Like, I feel like it's been and I feel like it's been because it has been such a very long time since we've done this show, and for good reason, right? It's good reason why.
Yeah.
I think we pretty much laid down the frameworks of man, and we picked a hell of a time to go live. As I see who else is going live at the time. We don't normally do Fridays, and that's the thing. But we couldn't go yesterday because I can't seem to get my
Life,
stuff together.
just life happens, and everybody here understands that we're gamers, but before we're gamers, we're sons, daughters, husbands, and wives. So shit
So
happens.
one of the one and only Fridays, Flames are Baron, Mini Yeti. One of the few Fridays we will actually be live. Typically, this day is reserved for Baron to go live and pretend as if he's a video gamer, which he tends to do every so often. Pretends he plays games.
Don't drag that man.
And I just want to say that he like begged me. He was like, "Oh, bro, I'm the best MLB The Show player ever. Can't nobody mess with me." Yada yada yada. So we got on MLB The Show, and I whooped his ass. That's exactly how it went down. Don't ask for proof. Don't ask for the messages. But that's how it went down. He got worked. I think he got one strikeout, and I was bombing home runs. Eventually, I just like stopped playing because I felt bad. I'm like, this is my boy, and I'm doing this bad. His wife came in the room, and she was laughing at him like, "Oh, you trash! Like, I don't think I want to be with you. Like, you gonna let Fame do you like that? Like in a game, and you know I like baseball." It was embarrassing, bro. I feel bad for my boy, but you know it is what
I'm
it
sorry,
is.
Bear.
But that's all facts. If I'm
Mhm.
lying, my beard ain't red today. Somebody gonna think I'm dyeing my beard at some point
Somebody, yeah,
because that was like Fame
yeah,
Wednesday. Your beard was black, so you dyed it red before taking. No,
yeah,
no,
exactly. That's what I did. Thank you for paying attention to my beard and watching so frequently.
because I promise you, this is the color it is. But some days it just doesn't
Mhm.
come through. I guess the lighting or whatever. But it naturally has this red tint. But somebody gonna think that I'm dyeing my beard, which
Just for men in it.
but red though.
Maybe you want to change it up.
Just for a man. Fame spent money on packs to get All Star Ken Griffey Jr. No, sir. That was part of the free pack because Xbox Game Pass Ultimate, okay, gave us 10 free packs and I used them and I got Ken Griffey. Don't be jealous because you can't get Ken Griffey, okay? I'm gonna leave it at that.
Oh,
Nope, Mini Yeti, don't listen to Baron. He lies on his taxes and everything else in life. Listen,
Aaron, you just gonna let this man talk to you like this?
hottest intro outro on YouTube.
Yes, it is.
The music, hot tea.
Who?
Oh man.
Oh, hit the like button. Share this with your mommy and your daddy and your cousin. And hit the bell if you want to show some loving. We just trying to level one to get the name buzzing. What a day that'll be. Double time, double fine, double A battery. Double mid twins trying to jump my anatomy. If you don't leave a like, you shouldn't have the audacity. Power of the mind got an X mentality. Couldn't put them on, now your X-Man mad at me. Haters out here acting like it happened automatically. So if I give them game, then the turn-based strategy. Whoa, used to be the guy they was ignoring. Sleeping on the keys, I'm an all cap snoring. That's just what happened when your podcast boring. I'ma tell them take two and call a doctor in the morning. I'ma tell them take two and call a doctor in the morning. Yeah, I'ma tell him take doctor in the morning. I'ma tell him take two and tell him take two and morning.
What's going on, people? Fame Entertainment here from LV1Gaming.com. And congratulations, you guys are leveled up to 45. This is the Take Two podcast. As you guys know, we normally rock on Thursdays, but today, again, we are on Fridays. But I am back once again with my sister from another mister, the Floor Hugger. What's going on, sis?
Not much, handsome. What's going on with you?
Hey, man, I'm happy to be back with you. It's not like it's been at least. Oh my God, this isn't the first Take Two of the year. This isn't. There's no way.
No,
Okay, so
no.
okay, I was about to feel really bad. I'm like, we really have not been having this show. But as you guys know, we don't like to BS. We're not going to come on here with no topics or nothing that is important to say and kind of just BS with y'all. If we're doing that, we playing games. And so, but we got something to talk about. And the first topic I find highly hilarious because it sort of goes on. I'm not going to dive too deep into the pre-show conversation, right? But it sort of goes into how quickly people run with minuscule amounts of information. Okay, it doesn't take much, and for someone with a couple of thousand followers to say, "Hey, I know this. I said this before." It doesn't take much, and people run with that information. Okay, but Hideo Kojima, salutes to you, sir. I don't know who pissed in your coffee this morning or today, but you, sir, are hilarious. Okay. So for those who do not know, there's been rumors that Sony is purchasing Kojima Productions, right? That rumor's been floating around for the past couple of days, and people are beginning to run with it. People are saying, oh, yeah, we've been talking about this for a while. People are saying, yeah, I've heard these things, so on and so forth, okay? In the midst of those rumors, Hugger, Kojima sent a tweet out, and the tweet is simply not all, okay, a lot of PlayStation first-party characters, along with his character from Death Stranding. I didn't play the game. I don't know the name of his character, right? And the bottom it just says PlayStation Studios. So, even I quote tweeted with the eyeballs like, whoa. Because you tell me, Hugger, you see Kojima tweet out all the PlayStation first-party games along with his game. And the bottom it says PlayStation Studios. What do you think?
Personally, I would think he's trolling because it is Kojima, and especially after he's kind of like broken free from Konami, he's done a lot of stuff that's like, what are you doing over there, Kojima? What are you doing? He's got a very Alfred Hitchcock kind of personality where he has to be in his own game, so he likes to troll people. So I look at him side-eye like most people have started to, but good on him for getting tons of people.
I couldn't help myself because I even thought, oh, snap. Maybe the people who guess about acquisitions, because people just be guessing most of the time. It's just people guessing, and eventually you'll get one right. Okay. I even was like, whoa. Why would you put your character in this list of first-party PlayStation games with the PlayStation Studios logo right in the midst of acquisition rumors that PlayStation bought your studios? I was like, there it is. There's the smoking gun. There's a smoking gun. Nothing no one can say to me will make me believe otherwise, because this man is tweeting it out right there. Yeah. Not even an hour later. Not even an hour later, he tweets out. And I'm doing this live, right? So because I want to tweet this. I want to say this verbatim, and it is a translation. The original tweet was a translation. However, I do this live, and it's a mistake. I should have already had this pulled up. Fame, you're a bad host. Okay, so he did put out a quote tweet originally, and the translation says, it sounds misleading, but Kiji Pro, Kojima Productions, has been and will continue to be an independent production studio. He wrote that in Japanese, and you had to translate that. And then when it comes to Kojima, every single time he tweets and people think it's newsworthy, there's always, oh, well, he was mistranslated, right? All the time.
Yes.
Well, he also put a tweet out in English to make sure no one can say that there's a mistranslation. And it says, I'm sorry for the misunderstanding, but Kojima Productions has been and will continue to be an independent studio.
I'm not surprised. Think of the things he went through with Konami and how he pretty much lost his studio there. Why would he ever go back to being with somebody? Ever.
I think he's happy being his own boss. We heard rumors. I think Jeff Grubb initially reported it that they're working on a cloud-based game with Xbox. I know people were fearful of that. All of a sudden, people were like, "Oh no, what about the game you're making with Xbox?" Which hasn't been officially announced or confirmed. Great report behind it with Jeff Grubb because he's normally right. The worst part about this, people have not come to grips with him saying that this isn't happening. Their proof, their smoking gun is, well, Blue Point said the same thing, which is true. Blue Point, right in the midst of rumors that have been acquired, they put out a tweet and says they are, and will continue to be an independent studio, and now they're a PlayStation studio.
Mm-hmm.
Is there any inkling that this may be part 2 of Sony saying, "Hey, don't announce that just yet. Okay, hold on. So just say you're independent, and we'll announce you later."
I don't think so, but I do think that we should pay attention to whatever's happening in the background. It's an old trick, the magician's sleight of hand. Show us this, and then something back here is going on. So there might be something else being announced or because Kojima stays very much out of the gaming politics unless he has to. So maybe another game, maybe a new another edition of Death Stranding. I don't know, but man, he got us good. He got a lot of people good.
You know what wouldn't shock me? At bare minimum, if it was a deal a la Bungie, where Bungie is doing whatever Bungie wants to do while being technically a part of Sony. They were acquired, yes, but they were acquired with the notion of, you don't touch us, you don't tell us what to do, and we make what we want to make, and we put games on whatever platform we choose to put them on.
Which, can you blame Bungie? They went through some absolute shit. Chalk Lock and I covered it when we did on Cogs and Machine. We did the history of Bungie. They were battered and abused by Activision, like a lot. And to go with somebody, you have to have that ultimate caveat of just let me do what I want to do. Leave me alone, and I'll give you what you want. I'll give you the numbers you want and the money you want, but just let me be creative. That's the only way I could see Kojima partnering with anybody.
And Sony, for all intents and purposes, Sony has a history of being great with their developers. There hasn't been, unlike Microsoft, which unfortunately it seems as if we keep hearing stuff coming out of the woodworks from whether it's the Initiative, whether it's Undead Labs. Like, there seems to be some type of handling issue, whether it's 2 hands on or 2 hands off. They can't seem to find that perfect balance where seemingly, unless things get reported or things are going unreported, which they can be, don't get me wrong, Sony doesn't have that notion behind them of we can't find that balance of how to handle their studio, which lets me know that they would likely give Kojima the freedom that he wants, but I don't think that's enough for him. He wants complete freedom, not like, hey, I'm gonna be your boss, but I'm gonna let you have autonomy. No, I don't want you to be my boss. Like, because at any moment you could switch. There's nothing saying, once you own me, there's nothing saying you can't change who you are or you can't change how we operate.
Yeah, show your ugly side once the relationship is set up.
Right, and again, I don't think that's the case with Sony, but you never know. Like, who really knew what was happening to Activision before things were said?
Or Riot.
Like,
or
who really
tons of
knew?
other studios. Yeah.
Like no one knows these things until someone says something, right? So for all we know, things could be hell at Sony. Just people they love their job too much to be whistleblower.
Yeah.
Manny Yeti says Kojima is the boss. Indeed, he said he will require Sony, not the other way around. Listen, as much as that's funny to say, Kojima ain't got that bread. Don Sekiro, it says that tongue is fire?
Toque. It's a fellow Canadian. Toque. Beanie.
Oh!
That's what we call a toque.
Because listen.
You were struggling.
I was struggling. My American brain could not comprehend. I'm like, you're not saying torque because he got a R missing. Does he mean tongue? Who stuck their tongue out? I'm like, the hugger stick her tongue out. What is happening?
F in the chat for fame. Thank you, Otaku.
I'm sorry. So toque.
Yeah.
That's what that beanie is called.
It's a beanie. Yeah.
So
That's what we call it.
So y'all don't call them beanies?
No, we call them toques.
Toques.
Yep. I know.
Such a weird.
It's yeah.
I mean, beanie is a
lot
weird
of
thing
words.
too, but toque. That's like what's the thing? I don't want to say a bad word. With the fries. Poutine. Listen, I still cannot announce it properly, but that messed me up. I was saying all type of words before I finally could get to where I'm saying now, right? And I'm growing. Benedict.
You are.
Damn it. Benedict Cumberbatch.
There we go.
I'm growing.
He's got it, boys.
I'm growing. I'm
got the
growing
poutine.
up.
I know.
Poutine. I know toque. Toque.
Yep.
And I can somewhat say Benedict Cumberbatch.
You said it right.
See? There we go. Poutine. Yes, indeed. Yeah, no, it's okay. But now I'm learning. See? And I had some shout out to From What You Gotta Say. They are big time BTS reactors who are actually out in Vegas this weekend for the concert. Some supporters of theirs sent them some chips. What's the name of them chips, Uga?
I can't remember the name, but Dawn, they're the ones you get in the red and white striped bag, the little crunchy Cheetos, those things.
She gave me some, and I was suspicious at first. I was like, these Cheetos.
Yeah.
In a weird bag.
They're so good.
And I messaged her. I was like, tell me about these chips.
I said they're fire.
I was not finna open. I was like, tell me about these chips. Because I'm not finna open. Them chips was fire, bro. Like they was indeed.
Yep.
Yeah, shout out to the homie Nick.
Cheesies. They're called Cheesies.
Cheesies.
I think. By Hawkins.
So do y'all got Cheetos?
Oh yeah, we got Cheetos.
That's just another
Like
company's version of Chester's chips. I would sue the hell out of Hawkins if I was Chester.
Well, they don't have a mascot. It's just real Canadian cheese made in it. You know, they're like little crack things because you think, like you said, you look at them, you're like, it's Cheetos, man. Cheetos are where it's at. And then you have them, you're like, Don, you're right. They are old folks.
He must be Canadian. He must be Canadian.
He gotta be.
He has to be Canadian, right? Old folk Cheetos.
Too, so.
Listen, they're good.
Old folk
they got listen, you got hypertension or high blood pressure, don't touch these chips because boy, listen. But they smack. They good.
Smack.
I told her I'm gonna shoot her some money up there so she could send some down. I need a whole smorgasbord, right?
Send them some good Canadian snacks.
A whole smorgasbord. Then I'll figure out how to get me some.
A charcuterie board of everything.
A who?
A charcuterie board. A charcuterie board.
Okay, I'm gonna say
charcuterie board.
Yes. Listen. Shout out to the people that's in the chat rocking with us, man. Do us a big favor if you have not hit that like button. Don't forget to bookmark lv1gaming.com. And I stress lv1gaming.com. I figured out recently why, and I think I got to tell you this story, why we have to stress lv1gaming.com.
Yep.
Stress that, okay? Don't encourage it, Hugger. Listen. Hugger is she is my partner in crime.
I'm not doing anything.
Partner in
Usually
crime.
I'm the one to tamp it down. Usually I'm the one to say, all right, boys, that's enough.
Yeah, that's true. But every once in a while you turn things up to 10. Every
That's
so
when my
often.
Villain mode is out.
I mean, you got Jeff Grubb to give us a live on the podcast. We need to find that and clip that because I think we're the only ones who got a out of Jeff Grubb before, and people need to know this. People need to know this.
I forgot about that.
Shout out to Jeff Grubb. We got to get Jeff back on the show. He was on last year. We got to get him back on the show. Maybe we get another out of Jeff Grubb, and we're gonna find that clip. I'm gonna need to watch the podcast again. That show was almost like 2 hours long, and as
should
much
be
as
at the beginning.
should it be okay? As much as I like us, I don't have the patience. Okay.
No.
But for those who are in the chat, for those who rock with us, hit that like button. Let me know what you guys think about the Hideo Kojima trolling PlayStation fans, okay? Because I'm sorry. There's no way in the world that wasn't a troll. He knew exactly what he was doing, and I'm here for it. Like, I'm one of those, like, let the petty flow through you. Let the troll flow through you. Like, I think it's hilarious when developer, in good faith. And when it's in good fun, I'm down for PlayStation. Hey, this is how you share games. That's petty on another level. I love it. When Xbox tweets out, hey, this is how you do backwards compatibility, and just put it inside the system, love it. Love it. If it's in good faith, because again, I'm from the Sega does when Nintendo don't, right? It was in good faith. It was fun, healthy competition. So I'm all for when developers troll, and as long as they don't do nothing reckless or say nothing reckless, I'm cool with it. And I find it quite hilarious because a lot of people had to quickly delete their videos they was getting ready to upload about, I told you so, when in reality, you knew nothing and you never knew anything, but every once in a while, a broken clock is right twice. Just want to put that out there.
I'm with you on that.
Just want to put that out there.
That's why, as much as sometimes even we get stuff wrong, but as much as you love your favorite YouTuber and they rush to shit out a video of this current hot topic that tweet hasn't even had time to marinate yet, be a little skeptical. You can get stuff wrong, but if you are like the ride or die, this is definite, and then they just delete the video and don't say anything after, be a little suspicious. What else have they gotten wrong and just quietly deleted?
It's a good example is the Elder Ring situation, right? When the rumors of Sony acquiring FromSoft. I put out a tweet and I was like, hey, I'm seeing where the rumors are coming from. Nothing that's not happening, nothing's concrete, but it looks like something's coming down the road. People started DMing me, hey, what are you going? I'm like, and I'm telling out the rip, look, this is just what I'm hearing. Okay. I'm not putting my name behind anything, but because I got to really say, well, I'm not going to tell you straight up. This is what's going on. This is what I'm hearing. I say where I'm hearing it from. This is what I'm hearing. This ain't apparently this ain't happening. This may happen. That's all I know. Right. I'm not gonna ever pretend to know something that I don't know. But people are so quick to want to be first. And, I know so many people were writing articles about this Kojima thing, and they thank God they didn't publish it or publish that video because you'd have been crucified for jumping a gun. Because again, everyone wants to be first. Shout out to Kojima, definitely. And Baron, you want to push a T diss track? I'm actually hiring a ghostwriter to do a Baron J67 diss track. I'm about to flame you up just because. Okay,
just because we can. At this point,
look at me, Baron. I don't like you. No, I'm playing. I'm playing.
I don't like you. I love you.
I like you and I want you.
Want you.
And I want.
They call him Chris Hansen.
We can do this the easy way, or we can do this the hard way. Either way, B. It's happening.
It's happening.
Okay. It's happening.
Oh my God.
Shout out to Johnny Man that's in the chat. I can confirm that I'm the writer. No, Johnny. That's not the case. The hard way. Always the hard way. It's funner that way. Listen, we're going to go on before we get a strike.
Wolf. That's the prison soap way.
Oh my God. Jesus Christ.
Yeah, before FBI starts knocking on doors. What's up? What's the next topic?
Yeah, we got one more topic. So that was an interesting take from the developer for Oddworld and their latest game, Soulstorm, which was originally set to release in January, but ended up releasing in April.
Something like that.
They released this month, but ended up releasing on PlayStation Plus, right? And that was an interesting thing. That was written by VentureBeat. And matter of fact, was this Jeff Grubb? I think it was Jeff Grubb. Not even gonna cap. I think it was Jeff Grubb. Jeff? Yeah, it was Jeff. Nice. Interesting piece by Jeff. So I'm not gonna just flat out go ahead and read it and just read out his article, right? But in the article, it talks about how the developers were devastated behind the sales of this game, and they're pinpointing PlayStation Plus as a reason behind that. Now, the game was set to release at this time on PlayStation Plus a while back. That was already scheduled, but it was supposed to release regularly outside of a subscription service in January, right? They had to push the game back, so when it did release, majority of the people who played the game only played it via PlayStation Plus. They didn't actually buy the game, and apparently this hurt the studio. And I'm going to quote it because I want to make sure I say this right. We had the highest downloaded game on PlayStation 5. At the end of the day, it was close to 4 million units or something like that, all for free. Now, I have a problem before I continue to say I have a problem with that. PlayStation cut you a check.
You still got your money.
PlayStation cut you a check that you agreed to. So I have a problem with the free. I have a problem with that, okay? I'm sorry. At the end of the day, it was close to 4 million units or something like that, all for free, because they were all subscriptions. So for us, it was devastating. So when this came out, people were like, "Oh, see, subscription services are bad for gaming." Look, this developer is saying that they didn't make much money off of their game that they could have just sold regularly, right? It was supposed to be sold regularly, straight up in January. It got delayed. That deal to be on PlayStation Plus because these deals don't happen overnight, right? They don't happen in a day. So you already had an intent to sign this deal. You either went to Sony or Sony came to you, and y'all agreed upon a set amount, and you took the money. You cannot be upset that the game didn't also sell well and people chose to play it in a subscription service. That's the point of a subscription service. I'm paying for something on a subscription service and I'm offered a game. I'm going to play it. I don't feel bad about playing games on Game Pass. I'm having a hell of a time with MLB The Show 2022. I'm playing it on Game Pass. It's not free. So Sony and the MLB agreed upon a check from Microsoft. Microsoft wrote that check and they took the money. But I'm sorry, sis. Your thoughts on this? Because I'm bothered. I'm really bothered by the developer being upset at this.
I agree with you on a lot of that, and also Abe's the Oddworld series is classic. It first came out in '97, and the last game before their 2014 was back in 2005. So the series had been dormant for a while. It wasn't a hot in demand title. And it's always been kind of like one of the weird ones that not a lot of people have played, but everybody kind of knows of it in gaming history. So it's not a super hot series, but to blame subscription service that probably actually may have helped the rating because people didn't have to pay for it, like buy it individually, and then like a Rage 2, buy it individually, and then it comes to your subscription service where Rage 2 was better because I didn't have to pay full price for it, and I played it on a subscription service compared to if I had to buy it outright. I would have tanked the reviews on it. I think a lot of people would have tanked the reviews on it. People played your game. People are back into Oddworld. You got your check. This is like when Scarlett Johansson was mad about the Black Widow going to streaming service and her not getting a cut of that. Bitch, you got $20 million already, and countless other millions over the Avenger games or movies. Don't be mad that people are playing your game and are now interested maybe in the older games or interested in a sequel, or I guess this would be like the 7th or 8th game. Don't be mad about that. Be happy that people wanted to try it out in the age where we talked about it. Just this last week, I think 6 or 7 games dropped across Xbox, PC Game Pass, and then there's more on the PlayStation gaming services. If you have Humble Bundle, if you have all these services, people chose to play your game. I would be grateful that people even played my game, and I still got my check from Sony. I don't know.
Exactly. Now, I want to clarify. They in this same article, he goes on. The studio head goes on to say, they're not blaming Sony, right? Because you can't blame the person who
No.
you agree with, right?
That would be career suicide.
He said that's how slipping can really sting the developer. No one did a dirty deed. No one played unfair pool. You know, this was just Earth in 2020 and 2021. But again, it's just I don't like the, hey, everyone got it for free. This is devastating to our studio. No one got it for free, dog. No one, because unless you get your PlayStation Plus for free because have some type of lifetime membership. I know there are certain people in the Xbox community, Stallion, and a few people who get Xbox Live Gold for free for life, something like that. Unless you get it free for life, you didn't get it. That game wasn't for free. You got to check. And knowing that we are in the middle of a panorama, and things can go a certain way, you should have asked for more money.
Yeah.
You should have asked for more money.
Not a lot of people have money right now. It's getting tighter and tighter.
Definitely, these studios these Sony got money. They make a hand over fist with these sales, with these game sales. I mean, they'll tell you that they sold 20 million copies of pick a game, right? They got money. Should have asked for more money. That's just me, though.
Yeah.
That's just me.
We always usually, and this, for us to not take a dev side is a lot, because usually we take the dev side over a publisher side any day, or at least I do, because we know how these publishers work, and we know how hard these devs work, because we're friends with devs, we know devs. And I don't know, it just seems like not greedy, but a little, I don't know if tone deaf is the word as well, but a little like, hey, people played your game. You restarted a franchise that had been dormant since before Soulstorm came out. Since 2014, it's been dormant.
Mm-hmm.
People are interested again.
Be happy with that.
Yeah.
And I don't know.
It's not great.
That sounds...
sounds dismissive.
And I don't mean to be, right? I don't mean to be, well, be grateful. It's like, I had a burger, you had a sandwich. Oh, be grateful that you ate. Like, no, sucker. Like, I wanted a burger too. Like, and so I don't mean to come off that way. So I do apologize if that's the way that came off. But I'm just being real.
Yeah.
But listen, it's been a while since we've done the show. We're gonna get back to doing this more regularly and at our regular time. Not going live when other people are going live, because that definitely is not our intent to do that. So we'll be back at our regularly scheduled program, not next Thursday after next, because next Thursday is happy hour. Make sure you guys come show the ladies some love, and by ladies I mean Floor Hugger. I'm talking Bubbles, and I'm talking Baron. Listen, you guys have been
Baron's one of the girls now.
But yeah, well, he's one of the girls now. He might as well let his hair flow during the show. Listen, you guys are absolutely amazing. Make sure you guys get your game news from LV1Gaming.com. Make sure you guys go follow my sister from another Mr. D, Floor Hugger, because she is one of the best in the business, and we need to get her more love shown. Y'all need to show more love to my sister. We out of here, y'all. Peace.
사랑해.